We are back. 245 Sports. Myself, Dens, L Caps, NSB. So today, to celebrate the end of the transfer window,
Thank God.
we thought we would do a transfer tier list. So we're going to rank all the major signings in the Premier League. So we're going to see if the signings that have been made are great signings, or we think they're great signings, or we think they're going to be flops. Some of these signings have played, some of these signings haven't had the chance to play yet. So we're going to have to use our judgment to see where we think these signings are going to go. Yeah, you ready?
Let's do it.
So what's the categories?
So let's go with the first one, easy money. What are we saying about easy money?
It's the best
Easy
category
money.
out there.
You are the best, bro. Easy money means it makes sense, bro. Easy money.
Easy money. You do it again if you had to.
Yeah, certified.
Yeah.
No, you have no problems making the purchase. You know you made a good signing.
You know that this person is going to be a potential legend. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by easy money. Like, this makes sense. The sense was sensible. Easy money.
Yeah, and a smart investment. Yeah, smart investment. I think a signing that, is a worthwhile signing. It's not going to be like a legend, but, looking back, you made a good investment with this player. And then, yeah, average at best. It kind of explains itself.
Your average.
A sticky one, some signings, it could be, you don't know, it's a risky investment in terms of like the money, the talent, the age, injury records. So some signings could be a sticky one. So that's why we've got that category there, because some signings are a bit sticky. And then the last category,
dead food.
Yeah, this one's reserved for the flops. Signings that we think are not going to do well, basically.
Dead food. Guys like Scammaca, Tellers, dead food. I'm going to put that massive fridge, bruv. Harry Maguire, dead food. Luke Shaw, dead food. Pepe, dead food. Yeah, exactly. Man, them kind of man, they're dead food.
Exactly. These are examples of dead food. So let's start off with Antony. Antony of Manchester.
It's a tough one, man.
It's early.
It's early in his career. It's 22.
What was the price again? 85?
85 million. Yeah. Oof. Rising up to 85 million with add-ons. So he's very expensive. Very expensive. And yeah, it was a tough one because he's got potential to be a world beater. We've signed a player that could potentially be one of the best players in the world. So I like that. I like the signing. He was a signing that Man United desperately needed because if I had to see Elanga play again, I'd have cut off my head. Elanga is, for lack of a better term, useless.
What I will say is when you get to that kind of region of money, there's a certain expectation you have to put on them. Regardless of potential, whatever you want to say, expectation is the key words you need to be using with Antony with that kind of money. So do we expect it to be a smart signing? I don't think Man United would do it again for the same type of player, or even if they could do it twice, they would do it. I'm thinking it's a smart signing only because of the age, because of potentially how long he could be at the club for. So, it won't be that potential 85 million pounds fee would be worth it in the end. So it could be a smart signing.
If we keep him for maybe 8 years, accounting terms, was it amortization or whatever?
Yeah, amortization,
that's like 10 million a year.
Yeah,
I think it's good signing. United, we needed a right midfielder or right winger, more specifically. We couldn't have Elanga there. We couldn't. Like when we saw him play last week, it was tragic. It was so sad to watch. I was like, what kind of uselessness is this? So he was a signing that was desperately needed. So smart signing is a smart investment.
So saying smart investment.
Smart. I I'd say smart investment because the money's quite high, but he's an investment that was desperately needed in order for Man United to do what they needed, and it was a manager's number one option. So investment.
To be honest, it's 2-1, but even as a Man United fan, I'm going to say average at best because I think he'll just. I don't see him being like a Salah in terms of him getting that amount of goals and assists as well. I think in terms of production, he'll do okay. I think he might end up being the sort of player that will get maybe like 13 to 15 goals a season.
Assists,
yeah. So to me, for that amount of money, I think that would be average at best. But if you guys are saying smart investment,
I agree with you. I'm at least really putting it smart, only on the caveat that he stays for a long time. If he stays for a long time and he's your right-sided player for 8 years, it's a smart investment.
Yeah,
I'm only in that scenario.
I'm saying smart because we can't see Langer play again, bro. We can't. It's a smart investment, and he scored, man. I came on and sourced against Arsenal. Already a smart investment.
So let's go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
About my who? About my what? About my where?
I'm gonna say, I'm back my boy.
About my black Clark Yang. Back again.
I'm gonna back my boy. The one with the Arsenal tattoo on his arm. Average at best because he's still a good striker. He clearly showed that Barcelona. And I feel he'll do well for Chelsea in the short term. That's what the deal is. It's only a short term signing. So
that's why it's a smart investment.
I wouldn't go as hard and say it's a smart investment only because of the age, and it still leaves Chelsea needing to find that position anyway. So I would say for that, only for this season and maybe next, it's an average at best signing.
For me, it's a smart investment because they clearly bought him for a short term fix. They desperately needed a striker. Everyone and their mothers said Chelsea needs a striker, and they've gone out there and got a striker that was available, who's Premier League proven, who scores. He's guaranteed to get you goals. He's still got his abilities are intact. He's still got a bit of pace about him. He knows the league. He scores. I think it's a smart investment, and he knows the manager as well.
You know what? I was gonna say average at best, but thinking about it, we all had Chelsea out of the top 4 in our predictions. Aubameyang, if they get in the top 4, it's because Aubameyang will score goals. And in him scoring goals and them getting in the Champions League, that will repay his fee. So he'll be paying back the money by scoring them goals to fire them in the Champions League. So if that happens, and I potentially do see that happening, it will definitely be a smart investment. So I'm going to go smart investment.
So we're saying Aubameyang smart investment.
I still feel it's average at best signing. I don't really see him scoring enough goals to have that much of an impact at Chelsea. And also, Aubameyang's style of play, he doesn't really link up well. He doesn't lead the line. He's literally a poacher that's only alive in the box. Everything outside the box, he has so many flaws. And, I watched him week in, week out. I feel if he gets enough chances, he'll bag him. And again, he's 33 and he's not in his prime anymore. So I just feel what the strategy is here. I would have gone for a younger player who's even with less of a proven record. So that's just me, but I still think it's average at best signing. I don't think it's a smart investment.
I think for the short-term purposes of the signing, the smart investment, because they clearly haven't signed for a long-term investment. They're signing for a short-term plug.
Yeah, I think
summertime they probably invest.
If he bangs the goals and gets them in the Champions League, which I have a feeling that they will do now, I'm going to go smart investment.
So it's 2-1. Aubameyang, smart investment.
Okay, so let's go with Casemiro. Boy, see what, 60 million?
Sticky one.
60 mil. I would say, I think it's a smart investment, Only reason being because he's an immediate upgrade of what you have. there's a flaw, I would say, in your midfield. The ceiling may not be that high, but there's a certain flaw your team won't go down below in his position, his role. So if he raises the floor of your team, that's a underrated feature of the signing. So I feel it's a smart investment because in the next 2 to 3 years, it will pay off that signing. Beyond that is another issue. But I feel it's a smart investment because it immediately makes you a bit more formidable in midfield.
I'll go for sticky one because I didn't believe it was Ten Hag's choice. I think it was a club signing. The price that we paid for him as well, 60 million pounds, a lot of money for a 30-year-old. So sticky one doesn't mean he's a bad player, but I think there's a lot of risk involved. And I can't help feeling that he's a good player, but I can't help feeling that Kroos and Modric carried him along. So I'm going to say sticky one. I don't think he has the players around him at United to prosper, really. So unless United summertime go out and spend 80 million and capture Frankie de Jong, I can't see him being great. And his 3 appearances that he's had for United, he hasn't looked good. He's been a bit sticky. That's why I'm dashing him on the sticky one. We're saying Dennis.
I'm gonna say it's difficult because he does make the midfield more formidable, like SB said. It's too much money for a 30-year-old. It's difficult. It's difficult.
You say he does. That's given a level of certainty that he will. His performances that he's produced so far, has he given that formidable aspect to the midfield?
When he came on for his debut, I thought like the players saw him coming on, and it gave them more confidence against Southampton. So in that sense, yeah, and I think when the players look around and they see Casemiro on the pitch, I think that gives them a boost. So in that sense, I think he's a good addition. Like I said, I think it would have been ideal if they bought some young, hungry central midfielder to go along with him. They didn't do that. Obviously, it's not a long-term signing, so I wouldn't say, yeah, it's not a smart investment. The highest I would say is average at best. So, SB saying smart investment. I'm saying average at best. And Cats is saying a sticky one.
Well, sticky one and smart investment average out to be average at best, isn't it?
Wait, this one's a very difficult one.
That's a good point. Caps.
Yeah, so, it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out because, yeah, we'll all have different views on it. So yeah, Casemiro.
You're average at best.
RP to go.
On to the next one, Kalvin Phillips for Manchester City.
I'm gonna go with average at best because the fee was a good fee. I would say he's English. I feel it gives City a different look in midfield, a bit more legs, a bit more robustness, a bit more. How do I explain this? A bit more legs. There's basically a bit more legs in midfield, but they're very technical. I don't feel he'll be at a technical level for City. I feel he'll do okay in certain games, in certain scenarios, but not all scenarios. So I don't feel it's an average at best signing.
I agree with SB. I personally don't rate him too highly, but I think he's a good squad addition for City. So average at best.
Yeah, I think that's 3 out of 3 there. Yeah, decent addition. You know, he can be used in rotation with Rodri when he's tired, that sort of thing. And yeah, he's not at the technical level, like SB said, of the other midfielders, but he does add physicality. So I'm going to say average at best. So yeah, Kalvin Phillips.
You're average at best.
On to the next one. Christian Eriksen. Free transfer, remember?
Smart investment. If it's free and you get that kind of quality for free, you can't really go wrong. It's just about we really saw, and on top of that, we saw what he did at Brentford in that what 6 month loan, whatever it was, 6 month deal, and he showed what he can still do. So and we're still seeing it, and he got him for they United got him for free. So you get that kind of quality for a player for free. I'll say easy money even because
Yeah, it has to be easy money because he
it's
was
free.
free.
Yeah. If he was
I
on the
would say easy
contract,
money.
if he was on the contract, he might be like a 40 million pound player. So
I have to go with easy money. His impact already has changed United. From the 6 games that we've seen, he's changed us. And we got him for free. And the last I said I can't believe we got him for free. I believe it was a robbery. This is easy money for me. Eriksen's cold. I saw him with my own eyes at Old Trafford, yeah. And I was like, Ya Allah, Jesus. This guy's cold. And we got him for free. Nah, man, easy money, man.
I would have said smart investment only because I see this more of a short-term signing. He's had a great start, but I know he can't. Well, I don't know, but I don't see him keeping this level of performance up for the whole season. So that's why I wouldn't say easy money. We did get him for free, so that's a plus. So smart investment, easy money. I'm gonna say smart investment. But SB, you said easy money, right? L caps, easy money. So yeah, well done, Eriksen. Easy money.
Easy money.
On to the next signing. Fabio Carvalho for Liverpool.
top talent. He did his thing in the Championship at such a young age. Scored goals. Was part of a Fulham side that I think they got 100 points or something like that. They basically destroyed that league, and he was a part of one of the main parts of their attack. And he's already 18, 19, and
He's 20.
Just
He's
turned
20.
20 the other day.
And he's really starting for Liverpool. He's playing significant minutes there. I feel it was easy money. Easy money. The fee wasn't too high, and it's going to have contributions for them for many, many years. So they'll even do it again. It's got a lot of years to pay them back with. So easy money for me.
I have to say smart investment. Smart investment. He's a good player. He's young, lively. The reason why I haven't put him as easy money is he going to be that player that is going to send Liverpool to the next level? I don't believe so. Eriksen has visibly taken United to another level from where we were before, and he was free. Carvalho doesn't give me the impression he's going to carry Liverpool to another level. So he's a smart investment because he's a good player, young. He can be molded into the Klopp style. I like him. So yeah, I think smart investment for me.
Yeah, you made a great point there, L caps. I think I rate him highly. I think he's a very, very good player. In our preview show, I did pick him as the pick for Young Player of the Year. I don't think he'll get it. I think they'll give it to Harvey Elliott, but it's a difficult one because I think he's going to be very good. I think he's good already, but is he going to get to that generational level? That's the question.
Well, we don't need to put that kind of expectation on him because the fee wasn't astronomical, unlike the Antony fee. Antony fee there's expectation. With
It's true.
this Carvalho deal, he can grow into it. So there's potential there. So I don't feel we can fulfill that fee as well. If they paid 100 mil for 19-year-olds, then I'm saying I need generational talent. But because of the fee, that's why I put it at easy money.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say easy money. Because yeah, like SB said, the fee, and I think he's gonna be a very, very good player. Possibly generational.
2-1.
Carvalho made it to the top. On to the next. Wesley Fofana from Leicester to Chelsea. 70 million.
Boy, I would say
These are tough.
the only reason it's a smart investment for me because of the age. That's the only reason, because it's a hell of a lot of money, and you need to deliver at that money for a centre back. And if you're there for 10 years, that means you've played well. If you're gone in free, it's a bit of a sticky one. I feel it's average up. I feel it's smart because he's a good player. He's a good player, and you've basically locked down that player for 10 years if he goes well. So I'll say it's smart investment.
What was it? 70 coming up to 80 mil for Fofana. He doesn't stand out to me as a 80 million, 70 million pound centre back. Chelsea playing the back three with Tuchel, so yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like, what if Tuchel gets sacked and a new manager comes in and changes the formation? Is he still going to be that guy?
He can play in the back four. He's good enough.
He's what, 23?
I think he might be younger. I think he might be like 22.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm stuck between average at best and smart investment, but yeah, his age.
He's 21.
He's 21. Okay, mad. Yeah, he's young. He's got a big money move. He's decent. And Chelsea do need a centre back because Thiago is about 50, so he's about to retire soon. So yeah, on that basis, smart investment.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Smart investment. The money's a lot. So, 70 million. So that's Van Dijk money. So when you're paying Van Dijk money, you need Van Dijk outcomes. Will he get that? I don't know. But the thing is, he's young. So over time, if he stays injury free and performs to his potential, smart investment all day. So yeah, let's put him at smart investment. The next signing, Fabio Vieira for Arsenal.
Fabio Vieira, Arsenal only paid 35 mil for him in today's market. That's a relatively low fee. He was starting games for Porto, who are, I believe, were champions in their league. So he comes with some pedigree. I feel it's a smart investment because of the fee. The fee isn't huge, only 35 million. Like many decent players go for like 50 mil. So I feel it's a smart investment because he's only 22. And yeah, again, if the player does well, he's there for 8-9 years. We sell him on for a bigger fee to like Real Madrid or Barcelona for 60. So yeah, I feel it's a smart investment.
At least you know that Barcelona will come and snatch a player. And I think, yeah, I agree. He's a smart investment. He's a good player. And I think Arsenal have been making a lot of smart investments lately in the market. And this is another one of them. So I don't have much to add to that.
Yeah, from what I've seen of him, he looks a good player. I don't know how he fits into Arsenal's system, to be totally honest. I don't know where he's going to play, but he does look a good player. And for that money, 34 million, and he's young as well, so smart investment. Next up, you know what? Let's not waste time. Gabriel Jesus, easy money. But we're busy men, we've got things to do, so. Easy money all day. And while I'm there, I see another easy money sniper there. Erling Haaland.
He might need his own tier, you know. He might need another tier for him.
Exactly.
Fam. He just needs fam. That's all he does. Let's just put a tier called fam. That's all he needs, bruv.
For real.
Yo. Jesus, I would have pushed back on that, man. I think it's a smart investment. When they were signing him for 54 mil or whatever, yeah, I wasn't thinking easy money. He's gonna come and do what he's doing. He's what Arsenal needed.
You know, we got it for 45, bro.
Raw.
It was 45 mil.
So now,
Yeah.
El Crap is like 45.
45, shit. Easy money still.
And plus, El Crap, you did mention with Christian Eriksen about him transforming the team. You have to say, Gabriel Jesus has transformed Arsenal.
They look confident. They look like they believe in the player they got up top. Yeah, easy money.
So yeah, Haaland, Jesus, easy money. Now we got Gianluca Scammaca for West Ham, 42 million.
I believe, yeah. I would say I like Scammaca a lot. Scammaca in Italian league, I was watching him a little bit. I wanted Arsenal to sign him. He's got a lot of bags of talent. I don't know if this league is the right league for him. That's one. Two, I don't know if West Ham is the right team for him. He needs a team that has a lot of the ball, that can create chances, and maybe play at a slower pace from back to front. I feel like a striker like Antonio really suits West Ham, but maybe Scammaca's where they want to go. They want to be a bit more of possession side, especially the side of Paqueta. And yeah, but I do like the player. I feel for West Ham, I do believe in the player, but because he's at West Ham, it's a sticky one. It can go either way with him at West Ham.
I'm saying it straight. Dead food. Good player, wrong club. Good player at wrong club. He's going to flop.
I hear it.
He's not going to bang more than 10 Premier League goals. I'm saying it right now. Yeah, good player, but he's not going to do well at West. I'm saying dead food.
I think it's a sticky one. For the points you guys have highlighted, I think wrong club and wrong league. I don't think this league suits him. So there's a risk. Dead food, I think because of his ability, he'll make something, but it's a risk. So but then my argument sounds like I'm arguing for dead food.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm actually that's with the food still.
It's a sticky one. He's got bags of talent.
That's the thing.
He might get moved. Level. He might get moved to another Prem club. So I don't know. But this for West Ham, it's a sticky
for
one.
West Ham.
42 million as well. He's not cheap.
West Ham would have to change the style of play to accommodate him.
Yeah.
Are they going to do that?
But then, like as we were saying, they signed a player like Paqueta, so maybe they've signed him in mind to accommodate in Scammaca. So yeah, sticky one for me. I see a sticky one because they got Gerard Bowen as well, who's one of them man out there that can help him out. Yeah, I can see a sticky one. There's a risk.
It is. To be honest, from what I've seen, I already know he's going to flop.
I wrote him off.
So yeah, we're sticking with West Ham and Lucas Paqueta next.
Paqueta, top player at Lyon, one of their standout players. I wanted him at Arsenal. West Ham did well to get him. I just feel he may be doing a bit too much defending for West Ham. It'd be a bit too much battles. I feel like he suits a team that is really good on the ball, that dominates possession. So I'm not going to say sticky one because he will help them. I feel it's a smart investment because he has talent to go to a bigger club and West Ham got him. And I feel even it can go to one of two ways for him. He's going to do well at West Ham or he'll get a big move to a bigger club elsewhere. So it's a smart investment. Meaning, when I say big move, I mean that West Ham will make a profit of him. So it's a smart investment.
I'm stuck between a sticky one and average at best.
Yeah.
He's a good player. He is a good player. Again, West Ham's not the team for him. I don't know why West Ham are forcing these exotic signings, bro. Just stick to your Declan, Basmati Rice and these sort of players. That's your lane. All these exotic players, it's not going to work, in my opinion. I don't think he will play good enough for West Ham for a big club to buy him for more than 51 million.
Yeah, they're not making a profit on him. No way.
Don't see it
No
happening.
chance.
So that's
That's true. That's true.
That's why he can't be a smart investment for me. I don't think we'll see the best of him. I'm going to say a sticky one.
I haven't seen enough of him, but 51 million is a lot of money. I'm tempted to say average at best. In terms of as we were saying, he's going to have to do a lot of defensive work. They got Rice for that, man. They got a bag of rice, bro.
Rice and Suchet.
No, I'm saying that because West Ham literally went to Chelsea to park the bus, and he was a part of that team. So
I saw him chasing the ball. I said, wow, he must be thinking
at
at
Leon. He was having a jolly up at Leon most of the time. So
they parked the bus at Chelsea's because they overestimated Chelsea, and because Chelsea are a big six club, so they paid Chelsea too much respect in that game. I think against the smaller teams, they might attack more. So with that in mind, he will get the opportunity to do his thing. So for me, I'd have to say average at best.
Yeah, I agree as well. Average at best because of the fee as well. The fee is kind of a lot.
The fee's a lot, 51 million, and I don't think you're making profit of him.
So let's move on to, I can never say this properly, Alexander Isak.
Yeah, Isak.
Newcastle
might have got Henry 2.0. So
who? Did you not see that 1-on-1 he missed the other day against Palace?
I didn't see it. No.
Bruv,
his finishing is suspect, but his dribbling, his size, his strength, his pace, he's got all the raw materials to be a great signing. 60 mil
he's got breakout pace here.
60 mil isn't a lot for him as well. So I feel for Newcastle to get him is easy money. I feel they'll do it again if they have the opportunity. If they won't regret it, I would say.
I don't think it's easy money, man. I think it's a smart investment. It's a smart investment, but I'm even tempted to say average, but it's smart because his finishing's hit and miss. That 1-on-1 chance here it should have just tapped that away, buried that.
But he's only 20.
Okay, ain't that just one chance though? Maybe that was just like.
I mean, I think it's a smart investment. He's like it's not an easy money because the price tag 60 million is a lot. But it's a smart investment because of where Newcastle trying to go. He's a good striker. He's got his traits that suit the Prem. He's got the strength. He's got the speed. He's got good feet. He can hold up the ball. And the team that they're building, they're not sensational. They're not big names, but they're names that fit the mold. Like Bruno Guimaraes. They got ASM. So I think it's a smart investment. He's another piece of the puzzle that Newcastle are building. They're not going out there signing all these big names. That remember what City tried to do when they first got the oil money, which is out here just signing crazy names. But Newcastle are building a puzzle, and I think it's a smart investment. I don't think it's the easy money. I think it's a smart investment.
I'm going to say average at best. I think he has all the tools. He has the ability, but I can already see he's going to be inconsistent. On his day, he will look like a world beater, but I think there'll be other days where he's off. It's kind of like he'll be like a typical Newcastle signing, like a Ben Arthur or someone like that, or a Papi Cisse. On their day, they look like world beaters, but they won't be able to produce that week in, week out. And plus, I'm adding the fee on top of that as well. Record signing, 68 mil. So I think he will turn out to be average at best. So how does that balance out? So I'm saying average at best. Caps, what did you say?
I said some smart investment, and SB said easy money, so it looks like it's a smart investment on average.
I can't be mad at that.
Because Newcastle have got Shelby out injured, Bruno Guimaraes is out injured. When they get the team together, and they're going to make signings as well in January, they're going to build a team to accommodate him and to provide for him. They still got ASM. I think it's going to be good. I think it's a smart investment for me personally.
I don't know if he would get more Prem goals than a Callum Wilson. I don't know. He has to prove it to me, basically.
they're 1-for-1 right now. They're both 1-1.
Yeah,
Wilson can't stay injured. Can't stay fit.
that's his problem. Yeah. But yeah, let's move on to the next signing. Kalidou Koulibaly for Chelsea. Boy,
I'm gonna say dead foods because of the price, the age, the motivation, the wages.
How much did they pay for him?
Like 50, I swear.
no, it's
Like 40, 50.
actually, yeah, I think it's something like 40 million.
For a 31-year-old, he's past his best. He's London. He's a part of that London life now. You know what that nightlife in London is gonna do to you. All the restaurants, all them bars, all them babes. If he's not married,
Koulibaly.
Nah, he's married. He's married.
okay, cool.
I think it's
I feel
average at best.
I think it's a not good signing. It's not good signing for now today and now he's gonna be good, but for what 4 or 5 year contracts, I don't know.
I think it's average at best because your point about 4 or 5 year contract, I think he'll give Chelsea maybe a good 2-3 years, and then the rest of the contract won't be so good. So that averages out to average at best for me. I would have wanted to go for a smart investment, but I think he's a bit old to spend that sort of. He's what 31, turning 32 soon, spending 40 to 50 million on him.
I think the fee was 34 million.
34. That's not bad. 34 is not bad. So if it's 34, average at best. The fee's not bad. He's a good defender. He's looked a bit shaky in the Prem. He's looked his first game looked sensational. Then he got sent off. Then he's looked a bit shaky. So his performances are average at best as well. So I kind of have to put him there.
I'm gonna say a sticky one. I think they were expecting him to be like the defensive leader. So they're expecting Thiago Silva to finish out this season. Then he's gonna be the man at the back. I don't think he's cut out for that.
Yeah, I don't think it's from that red card against Leeds really turned my view of him because he didn't need to get the second yellow after the game was done at 3-0, and he just took it and got the red card. He just didn't care.
He's not as good as I thought he was so far. Well, that's so far anyway. Maybe
he's past his best, man. We know
he's getting adjusted to the Prem, but to me, he's looking like a sticky one. So what are we saying?
So what's that? Dead free, sticky one, average at best. So it looks like a sticky one.
Next up, Marc Cucurella, another Chelsea signing.
Ooh, I like him.
He's a good player. It's not a smart investment because the fee is crazy fee for a left back. After you spent 50 mil on left back like 2 seasons ago, and he still had Marcus Alonso on the books. So I feel it's an average at best signing. He's a quality player.
He's gone Barca.
Yeah, he's left now, but at the time they had he was the third left back. I'm like you could have managed Marc Alonso as a backup in it. So is now Chilwell your backup? But they play 3 at the back. I feel Cucurella can also play left centre back, or Chilwell. He's a good player. I just feel the fee is too much for that kind of for a left back. Nearly 60 mil, nearly 70 mil. So I'll say average at best signing.
I think it's a smart investment.
Yeah,
I think it's a smart investment.
Only because of the money. The money's crazy.
The money's crazy. There's a lot of money, but he was one of the best left backs in the league last season, easily, and he's young. The games that he's played, he's looked good. He's looked very good. I think it's a smart investment because, especially now with the 5 substitution rule, the squad is important. And them signing Cucurella and having Chilwell in place here, they're covered on the left side. They're stronger. He's made that side stronger. Marcus Alonso was one-legged and he could only attack. He couldn't defend for nothing. That guy was useless in defense. Cucurella is good defensively and offensively. I think it's a smart investment for me. The fee's high, but smart investment, man. And he's showing it.
Yeah, I agree. Smart investment. I think he solves Chelsea's left-back problem. He pays 63 million for him, but for the next, 7-8 years, you don't have to worry about a left-back or a left wing-back.
He's solid, man.
Even if a new manager comes in, he can play left back. Under Tuchel, he can play left wing back. I think it's a solid signing, smart investment. I rate him. He's the top. He's one of the best in this position. So I'm gonna have to say smart investment.
He's 25 as well, so he's still got another 7 years on top.
Yeah. So yeah, smart investment, I'll say. Let's go on to Lisandro Martinez for Manchester United.
Ooh.
What's his name? El Lucha or whatever.
The Butcher.
The Butcher.
Boy,
Man.
I've seen online people calling Rey Mysterio. So I don't know.
Fam. He did the 619 on Jesus in the box. I saw that, fam. Yeah, man. Martinez. I want to say easy money, man.
No,
I want to say easy money.
Come on.
I said I want to say easy money. No, I'm going to say easy money. I want to say easy money, but it's a smart investment. You can see how he's changed United with Varane. You see with Rafael Varane. Rafael Varane is the type of defender, yeah. He is a sweeper. He's the last line of defense. He's not your aggressor. There's two types of defenders. Varane at Madrid had Sergio Ramos next to him. When Ramos was doing his madness, Varane was always there to cover up when Ramos messed up. Varane's got Martinez doing all the madness. When Martinez makes a mistake, Varane cleans up. And you can see the partnership is strong.
Yeah.
When Varane had Maguire, they both want to play the same position. They both want to be cleaners. Neither of them want to be the aggressor. So when Varane was forced to be the aggressor, we were calling him a fraud last season because he was making bare mistakes and being found out. That's not what he does. And then Maguire is too slow. He's too stiff. Yeah, like Maguire is not an aggressor. Every time he tried to do it against Arsenal, for example, he tried to be aggressive and got a yellow card after 1 minute. Martinez is bringing out the best in Varane. Varane can now play his natural position as a cleaner. Martinez is a smart signing. He is a smart signing. We got him for 40-something million. Yeah, he's 5'9", but he can leap.
That's a suspect 5'9". I'm telling you, he's 5'7" at best.
5'7", 5'6", 5'5". The guy's winning headers. He brings out the ball from the back. He's aggressive. You can see that the team are feeding off his energy. The defense are feeding off that aggression. Malacia on the left is looking like, yeah, you know what? I've got this animal next to me. I'm going to be an animal too. And Varane is looking more assured of himself. He's got this guy doing the dirty work, and then he could just come and clean up when he messes up. And you've got the low as well feeding off that energy. Smart investment. Smart investment, man.
Yeah.
I'm going. Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I love the signing. Even the first couple of games, people were doubting him. I was not doubting him. I always saw the talent, the ability. I think it's a smart investment. You see the difference he's made. See everyone, after a simple tackle, everyone's up for it. Everyone's giving each other high fives. He's added spirit to the back line. So, yeah, I think it's a smart investment. And I think he'll be a good player for a long time at Manchester United.
I'm going for average at best.
Bro, this guy's a hater, man. I knew it was coming, bro. Oh, my Lord.
I'm still not convinced, to be honest. I thought there's going to be, across the tenure at Man United, there's going to be a few days he's just going to get found out because of his height.
What about Gabriel? He gets found out and he's at 7 foot.
Not for his height, though. He wins all his headers, clears everything. But I just there's been only 6 games. There's many teams that play physical, play big target man strikers, and there's a trend with the big teams. They don't really rely on physicality like that. Like the smaller teams, they like to pop it about, and that's more suited to him in the bigger games. But the lesser teams with more physicality are gonna try to target him. I'm just waiting for the day Antonio bucks him at West Ham in the East End of London when he comes down. It's going to be a sticky day for him still. We all know this already. If Gabriel Jesus is giving you a bad day, what's Antonio going to do? So
Antonio is stiffer than Jesus.
I still feel especially in Europe too, where those teams are just going to put it on you. They're smarter. I just don't. I see it as average at best. I still feel you're going to have to replace him eventually.
Nah, man. I think in Europe he's going to prosper.
I don't feel he's gonna be there till he's 30 at 5'9". At centre back, I just didn't see it. I still think
Yeah, because he's going to be there till he's 35, 36.
All right, we'll see.
Nah, man, Martinez is cold.
Martinez got that dog in him, man.
Bruv, you know that meme on that with the dog? Bruv, he's got 3 of them dogs in them. Yo.
You say he's got a pack in him, yeah?
Fam.
Got a whole hound, a whole kennel.
A kennel in him, bruv. Got them dogs in him. Do you know who Martinez is, bruv? Nah, my 5'7" the dog, bruv. That's my brother, bruv. What was it? Troops tried to call him a midget.
Argentinian DMX, yeah?
Fam. Telling you, bruv. Martinez is...
That's how I need to go. Every time I mention Martinez, I'm going to have to get the DMX sound effect,
man. Martinez is cold, bruv. You're saying all these physical strikers are going to back him, but he's a physical defender. He's very aggressive.
Danny Welbeck gave him a bad day. That
was his first game.
Danny Welbeck could do that again.
That was his first game of the season.
And then Danny Welbeck's going to do it by the sea next time.
That was his first game.
He went to Old Trafford and
it was his first game.
All right,
we have to give him the first game. Remember, he's adjusted to new league.
What's Isak going to do to him? Isak, he's 6'3" and he can run like the winds. What's Kalvin Phillips going to do to him?
People took it like in the Dutch league, they don't have physical players.
Fam, we'll see in it. When he kicks him in the shin, yeah.
Not like the Prem.
It's not as much as the Prem, but they still have players with great physical ability in the Eredivisie.
Yeah, man.
He's Mitrovic.
He's going to kick Mitrovic in the shin, bruv.
Mitrovic, he's going to plant his ass on his... The man maybe going to be whining all game. And
Mitrovic is going to leave with bruises on his shin. Bruv, after the first tackle, he's going to go next to Varane. He's not going to want it.
He's going to bully Varane too.
Bruv, don't worry, man. Martin's will come over and deal with him. Tell him, listen, leave my dog alone, bruv.
So what are you saying? 2-1, smart investment.
Smart investment, man.
We'll see. It's still early.
I might be being a bit optimistic, a bit biased.
Yeah, man. It's still early.
I'm dying on this hill, man. If it turns out a flop, then boy, it is what it is.
Next one up, Mateus Nunes for Wolves.
Boy, I like the player. It's a big fee for Wolves, especially. It continues their Portuguese link up. If the player went to somewhere like Liverpool or even Arsenal, I would say it's a smart investment. But for Wolves, it's a sticky one. It can go either way. Wolves are not playing well. Wolves, I feel like they've been a bit stagnated. I think they need to change their manager, but I feel it's a sticky one, especially for the fee. Nearly 50 mil for Wolves.
I think it was average at best. They got similar profile players to him, and it's just, like you're saying, all the points that you've mentioned. And from seeing him as well, he hasn't been sensational. But it's only a couple games, so it's harsh to judge him off of that. But for me, quite a high fee for Wolves. Portuguese link up. They got similar profile players to him for me, so I feel like average at best.
Yeah, I'm going to say a sticky one because he was the record signing, right? And I think he's a good player, but again, for the wrong team. Wolves, like I said, we said in the previous show, there's something off about Wolves this season. Maybe it's the manager, but something needs to change at Wolves. Otherwise, we won't see the best of their players. We won't see the best of players like Nunez. Because from what I've seen from him so far, he's shown flashes, but I don't know if we'll see the best of him on a consistent basis. So right now, I'm going to say a sticky one.
2-1.
Well, next one up, this one should be interesting. Darwin Nunez.
Salsa Carol.
It's a sticky one still, man. It's a sticky one. Because of the fee they've paid and the reliance they have upon him in the media, I didn't feel they would have to rely on him that much. That's why I didn't have him as a flop of the season in the prediction. So, but it's not looking that great for him at the moment. And the fee, I think it's about 60-something mil. It can rise to like 85. I'm not sure what the clauses are, but it's a big fee, and the reliance upon him is so much right now, and he hasn't really delivered, and they need him to deliver from day one. So it can go either way. Is he the long-term answer? We'll see. But I feel it's a sticky one for Liverpool.
Yeah, I predicted that he would bang. His aggression, I don't know. That red card that he got was very stupid. It was very stupid. So it leaves me a bit worried about his mentality. Like, is he a donor? And the way Liverpool are playing right now, they're not really Liverpool and like they used to. So it's a sticky one. It's a thing of if Liverpool sort out their midfield, then he'd be a very smart investment. But the way they're playing right now is sticky. So yeah, sticky one's a risk, but it doesn't mean you're going to be a flop. It's just I think it's dependent on if Liverpool get their stuff together. If they do, then he's gonna be a smart investment for them. But if not, yeah, man, it might be a flop. So yeah, sticky one.
I would say average at best. I think he'll score goals. Eventually, he will score goals. Enough to warrant the £84 million, I don't know. But he will score a decent amount of goals for Liverpool because of the sheer amount of chances that they create. So that's why I wouldn't say sticky one, because for me, he will always get a certain amount of goals in that Liverpool team. Because even against Everton, we saw the amount of chances that they created. It was just Pickford was on one that day. So I want to say average at best. 2-1 means it's a sticky one for Darwin Nunez. Next up, I'm going to do Onana for Everton.
I think it's just in the sticky one category. It's one of them signings where a smaller club buys like a player from abroad after one good season. I do like the player. 6'5", got decent feet, can tackle, can run, like a Decore replacement. So it can go either way, like just like the Ndombele deal, just like the Samari deal for Leicester from the French league. So it's a sticky one. It can go either way.
I think his height will probably be a detriment. I can see him getting injured a lot. 6'5" is very tall for a centre midfielder. Sticky one.
Yeah, I would say average at best because I think he's a good player, but it's the fee, 44 million, I believe. That's a lot for Everton and a central midfielder.
I think it's less than that though. Let me double check.
I know it's a lot of money, but from what I saw in the Merseyside derby, I like his mentality. He seemed aggressive. He seemed up for it. I think his mentality will suit the Prem.
It was 34 mil.
Or 34.
Yeah.
34, that's not as much, so...
He can rise up to 40 though.
He can rise to 40.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say average at best. Because I think he can do okay for Everton. I think he can be a good signing for Everton. So I'm going to say average at best. But 2-1. Oh, wait, SB, what did you say? Sticky one?
Yeah, sticky one.
So yeah, it's a sticky one for Onana then. Next one, Oleksandr Zinchenko for Arsenal.
Zinny, my boy. So I'm going to say smart investment only because, not that no one knew about him, but we're using him in a unique way. So, and he's really helped our attack. He's had a good impact so far. And he's great on the ball, silk on the ball. I feel it's a smart investment because of the way we're using him. I just don't feel another team would use him in the same way as we are. So it's a smart way we're using him. It's a smart investment for me. The fee was quite, what 20 something more, I think. So it wasn't that expensive. It wasn't over 30.
I agree. I think it's a smart investment for everything SB said. I liked him. When they signed him, I thought it was a smart investment immediately. So my mind hasn't changed on that.
Yeah, I would say average at best because I don't think he's a good defender at all. I think he'll get exposed defensively this season. I think I've seen a couple of examples of that already. He's good on the ball. I think Tierney's better overall, like both of you have mentioned in the past. So I would say average at best. But let's go with smart investment.
I say smart investment because he can play midfield as well. And
Yeah.
He's an extra cover for Tierney because he was the other guy that they had, Nuno Tavares, wasn't ready. But
Yeah.
Zinchenko he's a proven player. He's ready, and he hasn't been terrible. So I think it's a smart investment because, like I said before, it's a squad game with the 5 subs rules. It's going to help Arsenal because before they're accused of having a very thin squad. Now the squad looks decent.
Yeah, let's go with Nick Pope from Burnley to Newcastle.
It's a smart investment. I don't think the fee was too much, but he's a good keeper, solid keeper. He's an upgrade on, I think, the Bravka who they had before. English to, I think he's still in his 20s. So
Yeah, he's young.
it's a smart investment.
I'll have to agree. Yeah, smart investment. I think he signed him for like 10 or 11 million from Burnley.
Yeah, cheap.
Good goalkeeper, young, only going to get better. So smart investment.
We have to make a 3 for 3, man. Smart investment.
He is 30s, but keepers.
He's 29.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's not that young, but keepers they don't peak till like they hit 30.
But at least 6 more years, top years in him, at least.
Yeah, so I think it's a smart investment. They didn't get him; he wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so smart investment.
Okay, next one, Richarlison.
Richarlison,
Boy,
bus company owner.
This one.
It's a big fee. It's a big fee to be a backup player.
Man.
To be a backup player, so they needed it, but then it's a big fee, and it doesn't. I don't feel he has that much of an impact on the team yet so far. So
man. He's been impacting.
2 important assists.
He's a smart investment because again, it's a squad game.
That's true.
There's so many games coming.
Yeah, I would say I'll consider it smart because he's good age and he's gonna contribute. At least they can rest some of that front three now. They couldn't rest them before.
Look at the way Son's playing right now.
That's true.
They can bring Richarlison in and rest Son. They got there in the Champions League now as well.
Yeah,
they've got cup games, especially the lead up to the World Cup. You're playing twice every week. Smart investment. Because now they got 2 good players and they got Richarlison, they got Perisic, they got Son, they got Koulibaly, they got Sugarcane. That's a nice front 5, man.
I think he's a good signing. I like Richarlison. Not many people like him, but I think he's a very, very good player. I don't know if we will see the best of him at Tottenham just because of the formation and the squad rotation. That, in combination with the fee, means that I'm going to have to say average at best. But I think 2 to 1, so I have to say smart investment. So next up, Sinisterra for Leeds. I like him.
He's a good little player. It's a not. I don't want to say it's a risk because I just checked now. It's only £21 million. But it's a one of their moves. If it goes well for them, he's going to be a top player for Leeds, or they're going to make a big profit on him. He's only 23 years old, and I feel he played for PSV, and he went to the Conference League final, being the best player. So we'll see how he does in the Prem. I would say it's a average at best because of the low fee, but we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. He might not hack it in the Prem. We'll see.
Yeah, he's made a decent start from what I've seen. I like the player.
Yeah.
21 million. These days that's not really that much. So in between smart investment and average at best. Wow. I'm gonna say average at best.
I'm gonna have to follow you lot's lead on this one because I haven't really seen them play, so I can't really make an informed judgment on them. So if you lot say average at best, then see.
Cool. Yeah, Sinisterra.
You're average at best.
Next up, Raheem Sterling.
Not like Raheem Shillings.
Not Raheem Euro, not Raheem Dollars, not Raheem Shilling. Raheem Sterling.
I might be a bit controversial here, but I'm gonna go with average at best. Only because
you're a hater, that's why.
For the fee, they paid a decent money for him. No, I wasn't say it's a lot, but they need him to score 25 goals a season.
What?
They need it because where else are they going to get goals from?
Aubameyang, bro.
I don't think he's going to. I don't think Aubameyang's going to score 25 goals for them.
They
I
got
feel like
Broja or
they don't,
Broja, whatever his name is.
they don't really play him. Like Raheem Sterling needs to be their best player. He needs to be their best player in order for the team to function and for the signing to go well. With that kind of pressure, and let's be honest, Raheem hasn't been that great the last like 2 seasons because he did start his career really, really early, playing week out at 17, 18. So he's not. I don't think he's in his peak anymore. He's still a great player. I'll say the signings are average at best because he is 28. So Chelsea won't be getting his best years.
I think it's not signing.
I think these are his best years. I think. Well, I predicted Sterling to have a big season this season. I think it's still possible, but they didn't do the best by him by the signings. I don't think the team's 100% suited to him to prosper. But I still think he will be their best player this season. So, and in the next couple of seasons. So, I'm going to say smart investment.
Sterling's a smart investment, man. He's already got 3 goals this season. They signed Cucurella to go with him on the left. That's the overlap. So that's the left sorted out. He's got an overlapping player with him. And then they've got Aubameyang as well now up top as well. Certain striker they can feed off. Sterling's wavy.
Next up, Tyrell Malacia for Manchester United.
I will say smart investment because he's shown some promise in the first couple of games. He's really bench Shaw, which is a good sign. The fee wasn't crazy. He's really young. He's tenacious, and I would say because it's Man United and that kind of fee is nothing to United. It's a smart investment because if it goes well, it's gonna be looked at smart. Even if it doesn't go well, it's enough to not worry about it because he can be a decent backup in the long term for a relatively low fee.
We paid 13 million for him. Oh man, Malacia, easy money. Because he benched Shaw, easy money. Damn fly, bro. Easy money, bro. Just because he benched Shaw, fam. He has to be. Shaw is a war criminal. That guy should be locked up in a fraudulent... Bro, he should be locked up in... What's that prison in America? The Guantanamo Bay. ADX, bro. Yeah, man. Them kind of prisons there, bro. No, Malacia is good, man. I like him. He's got that tenacity. He's still young. He's, 21? We got him for 13 million. He's got a long time to develop. Ten Hag signed in as well. Saw him and said, listen, who's this left back? I want him. And his last few games for us, he's been very good. Yeah, Saka gave him problems this weekend, but he came through it. He stuck at it and he came through it. And he's only going to get better. He reminds me of a lack of a better comparison, but Patrice Evra. I like Malacia. He just makes sense. And he's made our left side better. So for me, easy money. But that's probably the Man United bias. Let me be real. Smart investment.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say smart investment. Smart investment, 30 million. He could be Man United's left back for the next coming years. The only problem I see is that if things go the way Man United planned them to go and we get better and we're moving towards title contention, is Malacia the left back to take us into title contention, to be challenging for Champions League, that sort of thing. I don't think he'll ever be world class. From what I've seen, he'll be good, but he won't be one of the best left backs in the world. He'll just be solid.
In that scenario, that's still okay because it's still only 13 million.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
and he's 21. So that's why, regardless of even if he reaches 60% of potential, he's going to be a good long-standing player for you guys.
Yeah.
Because if he's solid and he becomes a backup, that's a smart investment because now we've got a solid backup.
Yeah.
I'll take a solid backup over Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, yeah, is a disaster. Was that Bissouma?
Yeah.
That's not Bissouma.
Just damn
You know,
fly, bro, trying to kiss me. I got it though.
I can't lie,
Yeah, pagan.
lads. That dead food spot is looking kind of empty right now.
You trying to put Bissouma in dead food?
It's looking kind of empty right now.
I'm gonna say it's a sticky one. Not because of he's a bad player. He's a great player. I like him a lot. I just don't see if he's not starting, what's his role? Is he just a backup then? You see what I'm saying? Is he just a backup?
Yeah,
I know he's a good player.
I don't
Again,
think. To me, it looks like they didn't sign him to be a bench player, but he's playing bench. So what happened?
That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't really switch it up. He's similar to Højbjerg and what's his name, Benton Core. I feel like Conte fancies them a bit more. He's just a rotational player. He's a backup. You know he's got talent to be a star. So it's
that's why it's a
one.
smart investment. Again, I keep repeating myself. It's a squad game. There's 5 subs. There's about 60-something games to be played. You're going to need rotational players.
I hear it.
It's a smart investment because if you could take out Højbjerg and bring in Bissouma, that's a smart investment because you haven't downgraded in that position at all.
But can he flourish as a backup player though? That's the thing.
But the thing is that there's 2 games a week. He's going to have opportunities to play. And Højbjerg was the established player. Bissouma, as the incoming player, has to knock him off the perch, essentially. And Højbjerg has been putting in good performances. So until Højbjerg messes up, Bissouma has to kind of wait. So it's a smart investment because he's a very good player. And he's not on the bench for... It's not his fault he's on the bench. He just hasn't been given an opportunity.
I'm going to have to say average at best. He's not going to... If you're just a squad player, like, is that a smart investment? Especially when we know Tottenham need a certain kind of player as well. So just to be...
They basically bought more of the same. Is that
exactly.
my
To
investment?
buy more of the same, to me, that just means you're average at best. You bought more of the same and you're riding the bench. It's not like you're starting off.
I'll agree. Average at best.
I think it's smart
We
investment.
know the player's quality. We know the player's good, but they just literally bought more of the same. They should have put a bit more money and got like a more creative player.
Like who?
Paqueta.
Yeah, if Spurs got Paqueta, it would have been long.
Yeah.
If Spurs got Eriksen, it would have been long. He was available for free.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So they're all better fits than Bissouma. Not saying Bissouma's bad, but it's just a bit more of the same.
But there you have it. There is our tier list. You know, we were generous today. No one touched dead food. Scammaca's lucky because
I'm sure I nominated someone for dead food.
I was campaigning.
I nominated someone for dead food, and you went over. Who was it?
Nunes, isn't it? Nunes.
No, I said Nunes was risky.
Oh, Kalvin Phillips.
Was it Kalvin Phillips? No, I said he was average at best. Well, dead food, you bust case today, man. No one made dead food, in it.
I'm telling you, by the end of the season, this guy Scammaca.
Dead food.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, he proves me right.
Who's that Black Donny for Chelsea? A sticky one.
Koulibaly.
See it, bro. You look better tiny on my screen, bro.
But yeah, there you have it. There's our list. As always, if you agree with our takes, if you disagree with our takes, let us know in the comments below. And yeah, we'll see. Excited to see if our thoughts play out the way we thought they were. If someone like Scammaca ends up being a great signing, or if he ends up being dead food, or someone like Paqueta, we put him at average at best, but he could end up being the signing of the season with his talent. So yeah, let's see.
All right, guys. Like,
Okay, that's
comment,
it.
share, subscribe.
Until next
Notifications
time.
on.
Yeah.
We'll catch you later, man.